Please help to reach 1,000 subscribers. I never thought the woman I gave my whole heart to would one day be the one placing a knife in my hands and asking me to cut myself open. 8 years together, 5 of them as husband and wife. Our life wasn't perfect, but it was ours, built slowly, lovingly, with late-night talks, saved-up vacations, and whispered plans about a family we hope to create someday. I truly believed we were heading toward the same future. I was wrong. It began subtly. Lila, my wife, started going out more often, first with co-workers, then with people I had never heard her mention. Her phone became her constant companion. She'd smile at messages, then flip the screen face down. Whenever I walked by, I noticed everything, every shift, every small distancing, but I held my doubts inside. I didn't want to be paranoid. I didn't want to become a jealous husband. I convinced myself it was just a phase. Then, one night, while we sat at the same dining table where we had celebrated anniversaries and birthdays, she detonated something I never expected. "I think we should open the marriage," she said casually, as if she were suggesting a new restaurant for dinner. I laughed at first, waiting for her to tell me she was kidding. She didn't. "I'm serious," she said. "It's healthy. People aren't meant to be confined. I want freedom." Something inside me didn't break loudly. It fractured quietly, like ice splitting under pressure. I tried to reason with her. Freedom? We built a life together. You're not trapped. Commitment isn't a prison. She looked away, guilt flickering in her eyes. But behind it was a cold resolve. Then came the second strike. "If you can't agree, then we should divorce." Just like that. No counseling. No effort. No fight for what we had created. Only 2 options. Share her or lose her. I barely slept for nights. My mind replayed every smile, every promise, wondering how they had all become disposable to her. I went to work, pretended everything was fine, but inside I was unraveling and preparing. On the 4th night, she came home late again. When she walked in, she found me sitting at the table, the same place where our marriage had burned apart. By the door stood a suitcase. "What's that?" she asked, her voice unsteady. I was calm in a way I had never felt before. "You gave me 2 choices," I said. "Share you or end it." Her breathing slowed. The silence between us felt heavy enough to crush stone. "I'm choosing neither," I said quietly. "I'm letting you go, not because you demanded it, but because I finally see who you are." Her face shifted through shock, anger, sorrow. She had expected pleading. She had expected me to cling, to beg, to break. "You don't mean that," she whispered. "I do. You wanted freedom." I gestured toward the door. "So go. Pack your things." Her eyes filled with tears, real ones. For a moment she resembled the woman I once adored. But the man who once adored her was gone. She tried to backtrack, saying she'd been confused, that we could talk it over later. But I was done listening. Some wounds don't reopen. They scar into something unchangeable. I stood up, grabbed my keys, and walked past her. No shouting, no tears, just a quiet exit from the ruins she created. I left her in the house we built, surrounded by the pieces she shattered. 2 weeks later, our divorce was finalized. She tried calling, messaging. I ignored them all. Friends later told me that the freedom she wanted wasn't what she expected. The limitless life she thought she craved ended up swallowing her whole. I didn't wish her pain. I simply moved forward. Months passed, and I rediscovered parts of myself I had buried to keep our marriage alive. I reconnected with friends, picked up old hobbies, took a solo trip I'd always dreamed of. My life wasn't perfect, but for the first time in years, it felt like mine. As for Lila, I heard she dated around, but nothing lasted. The world she wanted so desperately proved to be nothing more than a temporary distraction. When the novelty faded, she realized too late that what she let go wasn't replaceable. I learned something important. The hardest part isn't leaving. The hardest part is realizing that staying would have meant betraying myself. I refused the false choice she gave me. I chose respect. I chose peace. I chose me, and breathing as myself again felt like freedom she could never give. Please help me reach 1,000 subscribers.